this 3-part blog/workshop, I'm going to show you how to create an online marketing campaign. So let's get started. Here's what you'll need for the exercise. You'll need a website that you can update yourself. You'll need a Google login, such as a Gmail address or YouTube accounts. You'll need a Facebook or LinkedIn account with a business page, and you'll need a free Hootsuite account. You can set that up later because we'll be doing it later, but as long as you've got a website, a Google login, and at least a social media business page, you can carry on. So here's what I'm going to cover in this workshop, how you can quickly create multiple social media posts and schedule them to post on a weekly and monthly basis. The reason that you'll do this is it just saves you lots of time. You could just set up in your Google Calendar to remind you to send out an e-newsletter every month, or to write a blog every month, or maybe to post at least once a week to social media. Or you can just create all of that content and schedule it for the next 6 months. So here's something that you can do in sort of half a day that's going to cover this next 6 months worth of social media marketing. And then we'll look how to create ads within Facebook, LinkedIn, and Google AdWords. And what these will do is drive traffic back to your website, so you can get more people that way. And then we'll look at how to monitor and improve those internet campaigns. So why did I make this blog or workshop? You've probably received lots of emails saying, hey, we can help you with your SEO, or we can do your AdWords for you. And most of those companies are absolute rubbish. I actually know of some local New Zealand companies that charge thousands of dollars a month, and Australian companies, and really what they're doing is quite rubbish. It's not actually getting you what you need, which is a customer at the end of it. They might give you lots of statistics saying, yep, you're getting found for these keywords and you're getting these many visitors to the website, but they're not actually showing you what the outcome is, and that's the most important part. And actually, you can do it yourself without spending very much money and get far better output than paying those other companies. I'm also doing this because it's a training tool for my clients so they can learn how to do their own internet marketing. And it's also a good resource for me because I can share it on social media, and that's going to increase my followers and reputation. So the goals of this blog are to increase your social media posts to attract more followers of your social media pages, and to visit your website. Most people aren't thinking about social media in the right way. There's sort of three main reasons you do it. One, it builds your credibility on social media, so it makes you the expert of your subject. So let's say that if I was, a lawyer, and I'm posting helpful lawyer advice once a month, then people would go, that guy knows about law, I might contact him for help. I mean, that actually happened with me with a client from Canada. Is he had read one of my blogs that one of my clients had liked and he was friends with, and he then called me up and said, hey, look, can you help me out with my internet marketing side of things? And I said, yes, I can. The other thing about social media is that the more followers you get, the more free advertising you can do. So in the old days with broadcast media, we'd buy access to audiences. So we'd pay $20,000 for doing a month's worth of ads on TV, or we'd pay $10,000 for a nationwide advertisement to reach those audiences. The problem with that is you've got to pay it each time. The more followers you get on your business page, then the more chance that you've got of reaching them when you do a social media post. So a rough stat is if you had 500 followers and those 500 people shared your post, unlikely, but if they did, it has the opportunity to reach 5 million people. So the more followers you get, the more audience you create for your business. So in a way, you're sort of becoming like your own TV station or your own newspaper, and the more time you put into it, the bigger your audience grows, the more valuable it becomes. And then we're going to look at how you can use pay-per-click advertising, such as Facebook, LinkedIn, and AdWords, to drive more traffic to your website. So if you're not already getting found, which you kind of need to be, that's called search engine optimization, a real easy way to get around that is to just pay for advertising with Facebook, LinkedIn, or AdWords. The other nice thing about it is it can actually build your followers on those social media channels as well, which again, you don't have to pay for in the future. And then the last thing is to understand how social media and paid advertising work together in an internet marketing campaign. Right, so let's get to step 1. Creating your content for social media. So what I want you to do is write 6 short blogs, so that'll be 1 for each month for the next 6 months, and then find 24 things that you can share on social media that are relative to your business. I mean, like, if I was a lawyer, it'd be no use me sharing anything about web design because it's just irrelevant to my business. But other lawyers would be interested in articles that I've found, or my clients might be interested in blogs that I've posted or things that I've read in the newspaper. So let's just have a look at a little bit of a template I've made over here. So social media, here's some ideas for posts. So you can post upcoming events. I'm actually doing this for a client at the moment, so they can do this themselves. So I'm telling them to go and have a look at Wanganui What's On, and then they can find some links that they can share in their social media. You can share links, this is for them, that can promote the city. Photos related to your business, such as new clients, staff, or products. Is what I do is I've actually created this folder up here on my bookmarks bar, and whenever I come across anything interesting that I think I want to share on social media or in our e-newsletter, I'll just drag and drop it into this folder. So as an example, if this was an interesting link, I'd just drag on that and drop it into news and put it there. And then once I share it, I'd then delete it from here. So that's a really good way to build up the amount of things that when you get to the stage where you're going to do all your posts and stuff, you can just grab them out of here and then share them on social media. And here's some examples of some posts. So I took this from Wanganui What's On, the free film festival that happened last month. I've already done this campaign for them. That's why this stuff is in here. 6 great things to do in Wanganui. Now, what I've done here is I'm sharing content that's already on their website. So the good thing about that is that people will like it, which is great, because then then their friends will see it and they might go and check it out, which means that they'll actually be on the client's website. And that's the goal of all of our social media and paid advertising. The biggest goal is to actually just get them back to your website, because your website should then convince them that they, want to buy from you, or they want to, in this case, they want to stay at your motel, or they want you to help them out. And you can see I've actually put some other links to other stuff they've got in there. So that's not hard to do, and I'll show you how you can automatically schedule those, but you need 24 of them. So that might take you at least half a day. Then you've got your blogs. Now, blogs don't have to be long, so I'll show you one of my blogs, actually. If I go over here and I go to Spinning Planet and I click on blog, and we'll just grab that one on how to create an AdWords campaign. It's a year old. It's because I've been doing them somewhere else, but we won't get into that. So this is actually quite a long one. Well, there's lots of screen caps in it. But really, blogs don't have to be that long. If I go, what else have we got here? How to get Google into 3 ways to advertise your business for free. Let's have a look at that. There's actually not that much text in there. It's mostly just screen caps. But it really helps people out because it's relative. They want to know how to advertise their business. So in this example over here of blogs, for Aotea Motor Lodge, we've got the Wanganui River, and I wanted to put a video on it as well. And it's just this short 1 sentence, and then a history and some links to some tours. So let's go and have a look at that. We'll go to here, Aotea Motor Lodge. And we'll go into their blog. And here's the Wanganui River one. And if we click on that, so we can see there, I've put what's called a poster image at the top. So when it's shared on social media, that's what's going to show, and I'll show you how to do that shortly. But as you can see, there's not much text, but then I also found this interesting video, which just helps with it as well. So I'm going to show you what this poster image thing is. So for blogs, I'm using Google Draw. So again, if you've got a Google account, it's another free tool that you've got. I'll show you how to access it. So over here, I've created a folder for Aotea Motor Lodge. I've created them a couple of templates and just a draft social media campaign for them. But if I wanted to create another drawing, I just right-click and I go More, another Google drawing. But you can create documents, spreadsheets, presentations, like this one I'm doing over here. Google's just such an awesome tool for that sort of stuff, and it's all free, so you might as well use it. So let's go back to those templates, the reason that I'm doing it this way. So with this poster here, you'll notice that when things are shared on social media, if they come up in your stream, sometimes they've got text across the middle of them, which is fine because that's normally what the title of the post is. But you've got this little bit of space around it that you can use yourself, and you can share additional information that normally isn't in a post. So as an example, I've put their URL in, I've put in that they've got a 5-star rating, and I've also said share this. So when this is shared, this is actually what shows up in the social media post. Where can I give you an example of that? If we go to, actually if I go to LinkedIn, and let's go and have a look at their business page. So if I go to Aotea Motor Lodge, there it is. Oh, actually, no, I won't show theirs. It's got their stats on it. I'll show mine instead. One with a banner. Yes. So, firstly, I'll show this. Oh, no, wait. I'll show you the banner first. So if I zip up, actually, if I go to my profile, and we click on one of my blogs in there, so you can see that when you share it, it's still got share this. There's this other information that you can share in the image. What I also wanted to show you, we will go back to the template in a second, but what I also wanted to show you was, go back over here, one more, and scroll down. I'm looking for this one. No, not that one. That one. Now, when you share an image on LinkedIn or Facebook, if you attach the image, it comes out bigger. So here's an example of an image that's attached, and you'll see that I've put the URL actually in the description or the post text. Now, when you share the actual page, the image goes small and then it grabs text off the page. But you make more impact when you do it that way. So let's go back to the blog template. So that's going to be the poster image, and if we want to, I'll just zoom out a bit there. The next blog I do, I'll just delete that image, and then I'll go and insert another image. Now I can grab it from a website address, or I can just grab it off my computer. So if I go into pictures, what have I got in there? ESSO Hākia. And I can just resize that like that and send it to the back, arrange, order, send to back. And of course it's not going to show this bottom stuff, but when I download it, so if I go File, Download, I always download as a PNG just because it's better quality. So we'll download as a PNG, and there it goes, it's downloaded. And if I go and browse for that file now, It'll be in my downloads folder. And see, it'll automatically call it Aotea blog template every time. So I'll just quickly rename it to ESS. And then we'll just open it up in an image viewer. And that's what the poster looks like. So it's a great way of doing it. It looks professional each time, and it also just reaffirms your brand through social media, so it's a really good way to do it. Right. But I also did it for social media posts because I wanted their brand out there all the time. Instead of just sharing the page, I actually made a poster for the social media post, and then in the text that I used, I gave the link to the actual website. So even though it's going to somebody else's website, you're actually getting your branding out there too, which just reaffirms who you are in social media. Right, let's get back to our presentation. Right, so you're going to write 6 short blogs to schedule for the next 6 months, and you're going to find 24 things that you can post on social media, and once you have these, you schedule them in Hootsuite. Now, of course, I don't have the time to go and create heaps of posts to show you how to use Hootsuite, but I'll just show you how easy it is. If I'm going to compose a message, I'll go like, this is an example post, and then I'm going to attach the image. So remember what I said? Don't just share the page, but if you attach an image, it's going to come out bigger on social media. So I'll just go and get that one that I put into downloads. Here it is, ESS. And then what you do, instead of just posting it straight away, is you schedule it. So you say, yes, I want this to go out on Saturday, and let's say at 1 o'clock. And then you just go schedule. And you just do that with all of your posts. Now, you also do this with your blogs. So what you do here is you might go through and for every, let's say, Friday or Monday or Wednesday, you'll schedule your social media posts for the next 6 months, which is 24 weeks. And then you'll do another schedule for your blogs for once a month. And you just use Hootsuite like this. The great thing is it's free. I think it's for up to 3 accounts. So at the moment we've got Facebook and LinkedIn, but you might also have a Twitter account. And you can schedule to all of them at the same time. So you can see I've pinned Facebook and LinkedIn, which means whenever I create a post, it's automatically going to go to those. And that just saves you lots and lots of work. Right, so you're going to schedule those, and right, that's going to have your social media sorted out. And remember, what it's doing is it's building up audiences, and it's making sure that you've always got content there that your friends will be liking, and it will help people follow your pages. Right, in the next video, I'm going to show you how to create some paid ads in LinkedIn, Facebook, and AdWords. And these are going to complement our social media posts. So we know that these social media posts are going to go out each week, but what we're going to do is we're just going to create a campaign over a month that's going to show on all of those channels, and we're going to monitor and see how it goes. So tune in for that next week.